Oh yeah, here I go. What's going on, everybody? What is going on? Woo! What's going on, everybody? I shut it off. Hey y'all, what is going on? Welcome once again to the Big Time Show podcast that is being seen and heard live everywhere. If you listen, it's everywhere. Podbean, Facebook, Twitch, Twitter, YouTube. Later on the replay, it'll be heard by people from iHeartRadio, Pandora, Tumblr. Oh my goodness, Apple, I believe, Google Podcasts, everywhere. Spotify, it's there. Whoever will listen, I'm there. What's going on, everybody, on this Saturday afternoon? Welcome to the Big Time Show podcast that is live and in color. I don't know about y'all, but I'm ready to go ahead and say what needs to be said. I'm ready to go ahead and do what needs to be done. Tommy, what's up, man? Stephanie Herring from Kirby High School. What is going on? How you doing? Shane, what's up, man? Merry Christmas to you and happy holidays to you as well, and to everybody. Merry Christmas, as I'm quite sure crunch time is going on for you shopping and etc. Listen, we're here. I'm kind of, hey, Phony Joe podcast. What's up, man? On Podbean, glad to see whoever you are popped in. Thank you for popping in, whether it's for 3 seconds, whether it's for 30 minutes. I appreciate you just popping in on me, and let's talk Cowboy talk real quick as we get ready to keep going on. What's up, Joe from Italy? What's up, man? What's going on? Glad to have you popping in. Said Morris, I just see you. I got the Cowboy hater showing up. My little brother Cedric Morris then popped in here. He just, these are the people who are just waiting week by week for us to lose, but we keep disappointing them. Let me just start off there. Since the haters on here, not directly towards you said, but you do realize that we are 9-4. We're not 4-9. You listen to Cowboy haters. We getting ready for the draft already. we getting ready for the draft. If you listen to Cowboy haters, but they see what's going on. They know what's going on. We 9-4. That's pretty good. That last time I checked, in today's NFL, that's pretty good. It's 9-4. We're right where we need to be. You understand? And tomorrow, we about to get ready to close this door on this division tomorrow. It should be over with a win against the Giants tomorrow. I think the scenario is that I think Philly has to lose. I personally don't care about what everybody else do. I'm going to get my wish tomorrow. If I was a betting man, we're going to get our wish on tomorrow. Well, at least I am. I wanted 10 wins this year. I wanted 10. Everything else is gravy. 10 wins usually will get you to the playoffs. That's really all I wanted. Whether that's a wild card, whether it's good enough to win the division, 10 wins usually, even with the extra game, 10 wins usually, 9 times out of 10, baby, 8 out of 10 will get you to the playoffs. However, this year, obviously, because of what's going on, we are in a position where 10 wins will win you a division, which means you are going to usually, well, it's not usually, you are going to get a home playoff game. Obviously, That's step one. Step one is to win the division. First things first, win on Sunday, which is what it's all about. So let's look at the Giants real quick, and I'll let you guys go. I know what you guys want to talk about, and I'm gonna hit on it real quick because really, what I really want to talk to y'all about is we're probably gonna take the rest of the time. Here's my Giant scenario. They don't belong. That's it. You know that's it. Hey, Lillian Rucker, what's up? Happy holidays. Look, they don't look. I don't care however way you analyze the game. We don't take too much time off this. The Giants don't belong. They don't. Offensively, they don't belong. Defensively, they don't belong. Can I move on now? I mean, come on. I mean, seriously. I don't care nothing about Saquon Barkley. I don't care nothing about Galladay. I don't care about Tony as the receiver. Look. Mike Glennon is the quarterback. Okay, Mike Glennon is the quarterback. It's not Daniel Jones. Even if they had Daniel Jones, I'd be saying the same thing. They don't belong. Their offensive line is not good. That's why Daniel Jones not playing, because he getting hit too much. So I mean, Mike Glennon. The day that I'm scared of Mike Glennon is the day I'm gonna stop watching football. It's just that simple. I wish I could come out here, and I understand that we need to respect our opponents. I agree with that, and I also understand the concept of any given Sunday. I get that. I know. I mean, we found that out with the Broncos and that game. I mean, we found that out. But it's still, the fact still remains. We played the Broncos. Now we beat them by 20. Y'all notice the Broncos ain't done since they beat us. Come on now. I mean, they hype now because they're playing for a cause, which is that Demaryius Thomas passed away, and they're playing over their heads. They were awesome last weekend. They played with a goal. So when you get guys that are motivated, they can play. On that note, I will give the Giants credit. I know that the Giants are going to be ready to play, even though I said they don't belong. Why? Because it's the Cowboys. Number 2, it's in their home stadium. Number 3, it's a division rivalry, and everybody know it. So the Giants are going to be ready to play tomorrow on that. I see you, Shane. How do you feel about the NFL delaying games now? They went back on their word about forfeiting games. Well, Shane, you know the answer to that. The reason why they're not forfeiting games because it's a money issue. Number one, the players, if they forfeit games, the understanding is both teams on both sides will not get paid. You know the players ain't going for that. And then as far as the owners go, you'll be amazed about how much money that owners lose with the games being canceled. I mean, if it did that, I mean, they lost money just on empty arena games. The game was played, but the concessions that were lost, the ticket sales that were lost. I mean, the hotel, they lost, a lot of the owners. Like if you've been to Dallas, you know that on the practice field of the Star, there are, there's 2 hotels that are there. Okay, so Jerry got to have something to do with that. That's on his property. I'm quite sure he's getting a nice piece of change. You losing tourist money. I mean, it's everything. So they don't want to cancel no game. This is a money issue. So of course they're gonna go back on their word for that. No question about it. But I don't care nothing about it as long as they get the game in. But what I want, the reason why people are playing on Tuesday is part of what I'm going to talk about a little bit later. It's probably just a few minutes because I ain't spending a lot of time on the Giants. Okay, I'm not. They don't belong. They don't. I'm expecting us to be ready to play. One in particular person I know is going to be ready to play, and that is Dak Prescott. Dak Prescott has heard all the noise. He's heard all the doubts. He's heard all the criticism. He's heard it all. I got a feeling he's going to be ready to play against the Giants. I don't care who we're playing. Dak Prescott will be ready to play tomorrow. You could put a Pro Bowl team out there tomorrow, and Dak Prescott was going to be ready to play. Okay? They will. I got a feeling he's going to be ready to play. I believe that our defense is focused on primarily even having a more dominant performance than they had on last Sunday. I believe they are focused on building off what they started with all of the people coming back last week. I believe they're going to be ready to go at it again tomorrow. Now, of course, I know what's going on, and this will lead to the last really part of what I want to talk about on today. We're not going to be at full strength on tomorrow. Most of you have already heard what's going on, just in case you don't. It was reported a few hours ago that OC, our defensive tackle, I don't want to mispronounce his word. I may mispronounce his last name, OC. Y'all know who I'm talking about, a rookie from UCLA, and Tristan Hill have been diagnosed with COVID. They caught it. They will not be playing on tomorrow. Those are two of our stellar defensive linemen. One of them is a starter in Tristan Hill. OC, of course, gets a lot of playing time. Vital piece to the defense. Both play inside. Two of them will be gone. We beg that our inside running game will be better. Here it is the very next week after such a great performance against Washington last week. Now we're losing our players again to this ongoing problem that is going on everywhere across the whole world. But when it comes to the sports arena, when it comes to the team concept, this COVID thing is, as I've said, I hate to be repetitive, but if you've been following me for a long period of time, you already know what I'm getting ready to say. This COVID thing is going to break a lot of teams' dreams because of the way that the rules are set, that if you catch it, you got to go. And you are going to miss minimum 10 days, which means there are no more bye weeks. Everybody's had their bye weeks. It's just straight through now. So if you catch COVID, you obviously are going to miss one game. And you, depending on how this thing goes, you just might miss 2 games. It's just that simple. You don't know how it affects you. If for some, they just pop right back on the field. Then there's some that, struggle a little bit. Joe says, I think they should go to a bubble like the NBA did 2 years ago. Shane said, the thing that makes me mad about the whole situation is that the Cowboys had to play with players out and coaches out. Now they're catering to other teams. All of this is part of it. Shane, I believe that they're learning on the fly. I believe they're making adjustments as they, things catch up, because see, they're going to have to do something different, and I guess that's why I kind of plant my feet right here. The NFL is going. What's up, E Kush? I see you. The NFL is going to have to do something drastic and quick, because see, when all of this stuff was going down, and I told you guys, when all this stuff was going on in week 3 and week 4, and somebody catch it, you're good, because it's only week 3, week 4, and the season is not lost. But if you remember, I said when this thing started closing in on this season, and this problem is still here, and it is increasing, obviously, the NFL is going to do something. Why? Because there's too much money involved. Now, this is where I'm going to put my lay it down. For those just popping in, E-Kush already talked about the Giants. Here's the summation of the Giants talk for me. They don't belong. That's it. You caught up with my Giants take now. They don't belong. They don't. Okay. I'm back to this. They're going to have to do something because this thing is obviously catching and spreading. Obviously. It's obvious. Y'all see all the people who out. It's everywhere. It just hit our team a couple of hours ago. Now we caught up too. The question is, who else is it going to be? I mean, I got 2 defensive tackles. I'm worried about the rest of my defensive line and the tackles now because it's obvious that the guys hang around each other. So I'm almost frightened between now and kickoff. I'm serious. That's just who else is going to be? Hey Carmen, I see. Hey Carmen Gregory. Hey, appreciate you popping in on. I'm almost frightened to see who will be next. The NFL is going to have to do something because, as I told you guys, and this goes for everything. And forget the Cowboys. It goes for everything. The playoffs are right around the corner. And the NFL doesn't want these stars sitting on the bench. It's almost too unfair. I mean, we might as well play the what if game. I mean, you're going to have to play it now because you seeing it happen right before your eyes. I told you it was going to happen. What if Aaron Rodgers catches it again? What if it's the playoff week? What if it's the playoff game and Aaron Rodgers catches it? You really think the NFL want that to happen? You don't think that they're going to make every way possible that Aaron Rodgers is on that field? They don't want Jordan Love on that field. They're not fit. That's not going to happen, y'all. If they got to change the rules, now you about to see what is most. See there, Joe? There it is. See how drastic they are? Let me put this point up because I just saw the same thing. Joe, you beat me to the punch. Well, y'all please look at that comment there that Joe just put up, y'all. Look at that. Look at that right there. That shows you the importance of the players. They know they're going to catch it because the guys, for whatever reason, they don't mean they're going out. They don't mean they, got people out there. It just, you don't know how you get it. But look at that comment right there. Look at that. The NFL have already put it out there. I just saw this today myself. They said that if you are vaccinated, you don't have to get tested. Now, flip it. At the same time, they're saying that you can catch this virus, especially this new one, this Omicron virus. You can catch it. It don't have the same effects as the Delta and the original coronavirus, but you can catch it. And the last time at the beginning, they said that if you have it, you can't be there. So what are they doing? You're saying you can be vaccinated. If you've been vaccinated, you don't even have to get tested. Now that don't mean that you don't have it or you don't think somebody's just gonna catch it. They just don't want to find out if you got it because they don't want to take the chance of losing some star players, and this playoff thing is getting ready to start. So that tells you the value that they have for the players. They don't care if you get sick. They don't care no more. They don't care. They will break the rules because it's crunch time now. Didn't I tell y'all that? I told you. This will be the last week, maybe. See right there, because this goes into effect now. This will be the last week that most players on most of the teams have been vaccinated. There are just a few that have not been. Now, the ones that haven't been vaccinated, what I also read was they will get tested almost every single day, which is only right. It's only right. The question is, what's going to happen for the players that are not vaccinated and they are tested and they are found positive? The question then becomes, okay, what's going to happen? I would assume that they would probably be to get what they're doing now, the 10 games, and you know what they're trying to do is pressure the men to go ahead and get tested so they don't have to get tested. That's what I'm thinking what's going on. All this stuff just came down today. The message that you see that Joe put on there. This just happened just today. They just changed the rules up. They don't even care no more. Go on, do what you gotta do. Long as you got a record that says you've been vaccinated, man, we're not even gonna test y'all no more. We don't even want to find out. We don't even want to know if y'all got it or not. What was so inclusive and so important before, now since it's spreading like wildfire, it's not important anymore. I mean, do you really care? Do you really care? I mean, I'm talking about the owners now. Do they really care? No. They cared about it week 1 because they wanted to get control. Weeks 1 through 6 or 7, they wanted to get control of the team by making sure everybody was vaccinated. They cared then, so the punishment was kind of like the result. They're gonna say, well, we're gonna punish you enough that hopefully you'll go ahead and get vaccinated. That's what they did. Now it's too much money on the line now. Vegas is involved. I mean, come on now. Vegas is involved. Las Vegas, Nevada is involved. It's getting too close to the playoffs now. These stars have to be on the field. That's why you're seeing what Joe just put down a few minutes ago. They don't want to know. They don't want to know. So, but tomorrow we have to pay the price. I don't know if Tristan Hill or OC have been vaccinated or not. I don't know. But this probably will be the last week that you're going to see this type of absence from players that are on teams. That it's not going to happen like this anymore. It's too. Look, the playoffs have already started for some teams, especially in the AFC. All these teams that are 7-6 battling for those wild card spots, the playoffs have already essentially started. Same thing in the NFC. The playoffs have already started for these things. They can't afford too many losses, and they need their players that at least are healthy to stay on the field. And the NFL know that. That's why you're seeing all these. Look, that this is the time where games are being flexed. These are the times where some games that are scheduled for 12 o'clock, they will now be moved to 7 o'clock because the games are that important. NBC will get the flex game because it's a gigantic game, it's an important game, playoff seeding, whatever. And just about all these games now have playoff implications. They're not trying to flex no games when the stars not there. That's the reason why it was in consideration to be flexed in the first place. If Green Bay has a game at 12 And then they say, no, this game here is mightily important. Let's go ahead and move this to Sunday night. Okay? They're not going to flex that game if Aaron Rodgers is not in the lineup. You're not moving that game if Jordan Love is your quarterback. You're not moving that game. They know this. And they going to do whatever they got to do to make sure these guys stay on the field. So they don't care, flip side, they don't care if the stuff spread or not. You just said the NFL, Joe said, the NFL said if you're vaccinated, you don't have to get tested. Okay. Then what about the guys that probably are going to be positive and spread that stuff during the game, spread it to teammates? I mean, they don't care about these players, man. They don't care about these players. They don't care. They don't care. Y'all ain't talking to me, but y'all know it's the truth. I mean, it's it's there. It's there. It's obvious. Now, Joe says it's like Washington versus Eagles, like a playoff game because the lose problem make playoffs. Exactly. The playoffs have started. Well, that's a playoff game, actually. That's a playoff game to stay alive. The loser of that game might as well just start preparing for the NFL draft. Go ahead and start preparing for it. Whoever loses that Washington Eagle game, they can go ahead and start watching the Senior Bowl and going to some of these bowl games that's going on. They might as well just go because it's over. So the playoffs start now for a lot of teams. There's no question about that. But I'm amazed how quick the NFL have responded. And to those, other people that have said, y'all know my stance about this stuff. Hold on a second. Just give me a second. Yes. Y'all know my stance on it. Here's my stance, and I'm not doing this for debate, and I'm not doing this to ruffle feathers or nothing, but this is what I've been saying my whole time. If this was golf or tennis or boxing, you do what you want to do. It's an individual sport. Every individual sport, do what you got to do. If you don't want to get it, that's fine. It only affects you. So, God bless you. Hopefully, the Lord will cover you and you will not sick. That's my feel about it. But if you're on a team, you may have to think things differently. While at the same time, you pronouncing it's your choice. Two things can be true at the same time. It is your choice, but your choice affects your team. Because on a team, it's not all about you. Now, that's not me saying, however, that you got to go get tested. Vaccinated. I'm not saying that at all. I'm just saying that the results hurt your team. That's just the truth. That's the truth. Because you got guys who are depending on you. Like, for instance, I'll go back to Amari Cooper. Please understand, y'all, you got to use your common sense. And maybe that's because I'm speaking from my perspective. I understand it's his choice not to be vaccinated. But man, there's a lot of guys that are depending on you to be on that field. And if this was playoff time and it's the playoffs now, and all of a sudden Amari Cooper cannot play because of COVID, and the reason why he is definitely out is because he chose not to be vaccinated. I am a very ticked off teammate at that particular time. Because see, in my contract, it says that if I make the playoffs and play 1 or 2 games, I get X amount of dollars. I need Amari Cooper on my team so I can perhaps get some of that contract incentive money that's in my contract. I mean, I'm playing the offensive line. I don't have an effect for points being on the board. I want Amari Cooper in the game at playoff time in a playoff game because in my contract it says I get an extra $150,000 for the win in the wild card round. It says I get an extra $200,000 so that if I get past the divisional round. I'm an offensive lineman. I don't have any effect on the game, but Amari Cooper does. And you gonna be not there because you chose not to be vaccinated. You're messing up my money. Oh yeah, you please understand. Everybody's not. They just ask the right people. But please understand, everybody on our football team was not happy with Amari Cooper. You'd be crazy all outdoors, and it's just not Jerry Jones. It just wasn't Stephen Jones. You got some players on our team. They just didn't ask. That you got some guys who are very irritated about that. So the NFL, as you can see on that comment that I have up there, the NFL knows what time it is now. I'm coming, Shane. I see you. The NFL, they know what time it is. That's why you see what the extra extreme they just went to. You see what it said? That's Joe said it. Oh God, right there, Joe. Oh my goodness, look at that. Y'all see that comment there? I mean, all this could legitimately happen. No, y'all see that question there? Let's not act like it can't happen. Yeah, exactly. You really believe you think they gonna let Tom Brady? That's why they changed all this stuff. You see that the NFL said if you're vaccinated, you don't have to get tested. Can you imagine exactly? Can you imagine Brady not suiting up because of COVID? Come on, y'all. They're not gonna let this happen. They'll let everybody on their field throw up all over the field, get sick, have migraines, whatever else come along with COVID. They are not going to. That's why they don't want to test them, because they don't want to find out. It's money time now. These guys got to be on the field. They do. Yeah, they do. That's why you see what Joe said earlier. Y'all look it up. That's what they said. They had to make it because they ain't nowhere in the world they finna get down to playoff time, and you gonna have all these stars on the sideline. Look at the Rams. I mean, good God. I mean, Odell gone now. Ramsey was gone. I mean, come on, man. Come on. They ain't counting the guys that have to, contact tracing. They may not have it. I mean, come on, y'all. The NFL had to do it. Say they're not going to allow these guys to be on the sideline and losing all this big time money. They don't want Tampa Bay to not have a chance to go to the Super Bowl and have somebody like whoever in the last wild card spot beat Tampa Bay without Tom Brady. And everybody know that the problem Tampa Bay would have beat the wild card guys. And, I'm saying something happened. Come on now. No, I wouldn't buy a ticket if Brady wasn't playing. Tampa be ready to have a riot out there. If Tom Brady is not playing in their first playoff game, they'll have a riot out there. See what I'm saying? So they had to make a move. Now, Shane, I'm not going to, even though I'm not talking about it, but I like you so much, I'm going to go back to your comment. Shane asked, do you think we are overlooking the Giants tomorrow? I think we should handle them, but I got this in the back of my mind. Well, Shane, as I said earlier, I say they don't belong, but I've been around long enough and watched enough Cowboy games and watched enough division games over these years to know that the division games are always tough. You know, I say they don't belong, but for some reason, the Eagles, it's something about the star on the helmet. When it's the Eagles, Washington, or the Giants, they always play the Cowboys tight. It never fails. It's a division game. You can never count out a division rival. Okay, you can never do that. You can never do that. And so I expect a tough game. I'm still saying they don't belong. When you look at it on paper, it's still a mismatch. Even though OC and Tristan Hill are not playing, it's still, this defense still should shut these guys down. I mean, it is Mike Glennon playing quarterback. I mean, give me a break. Come on now. I can't. I'm sorry. It is what it is. Now I realize that the sun shines on a dog every now and then. So Mike Glennon may go into the time warp and may throw for 350. I mean, who knows? But I just can't see it. So I don't think they're locked in. The Cowboys know that they got a chance to lock this thing up tomorrow, pretty much. They win tomorrow, it's just about a fraction of a chance that somebody's still alive. I believe what is the scenario? Somebody help me. I think is that if Philly loses and we win, I think it's over. If I'm not mistaken, I think that's the way it goes. It's either one way or the other. It's either Washington loses tomorrow and we win, it's over, or it's either Philly loses and we win, it's over. It's over. I mean, so they're right at the doorstep of putting this thing away. So I don't think that the motivation won't be a problem. Now, there's another little small piece that just happened that's going to be motivating too. Y'all heard that Jalen Smith is with the Giants now. And that is, Joe said that if Washington loses and we win, then Dallas are division champion. So it's right there for you. If Philly beats Washington and we win tomorrow, I think Philly-Washington game been moved back to Tuesday, if I'm not mistaken. If all we gotta do is just handle our business, just win. That's all. I mean, we ain't worried about everybody. Just win the game, shoot. But Jalen Smith is with the Giants, and they've already put out. He signed to the practice squad, and from my understanding, he will be active tomorrow. Jalen Smith will be ready to play on tomorrow. If it's one game that you're gonna see Jalen Smith probably play, his total heart out. It's definitely going to be tomorrow against us. Now, what does that mean? I don't know. It just depends on if we put our hat and, hit him in his mouth, because he ain't no Cowboy no more. He's the enemy. And he signed purposely today. I don't know if that was his only contract or whatever, but they extended the invitation. He took it so he can get paid some money. He just so happened to be playing against us. My thing is, I know he's going to be talking. That's going to fire some of our offensive guys up, beat his brains out. That's just the way I look at it. I don't care nothing about Jalen Smith. I don't care nothing about him. He's the enemy. It's a reason why we got rid of him. And that same reason is there. He cannot run laterally. He can run straight up. He can't cut. So all these disadvantages that everybody was seeing while he was playing, we need to take advantage of it. He can't run with none of these guys. Now we just bang it up the middle. Jalen, we might see a few swipes tomorrow, because we know when Elliott he just runs straight up in the middle. And, they're going to be Jalen right there. I don't even want to get into Kellen Moore and all that kind of stuff today. The Giants don't belong, man. It's just that simple. I can't give the credit to what's going on. I can't. If they don't belong, they don't belong. The Giants don't belong, and we need to treat them as such on tomorrow. No mercy. Just go to work on tomorrow. That's my whole thing. I don't need no struggles and all that. I definitely don't need us going down 10-0 and all this 13-3 and all that all that drama and stuff. Man, go ahead and put your foot on these guys like you're well capable of. And I'm expecting the defense to do exactly what we saw last week. Same thing. Same pass rush. Mike Glennon. Look, it's Mike Glennon. Please. No respect at all. Go at him. I mean, no respect. This is not a Dan Marino or somebody. Give me a break. This is Mike Glennon. Okay? This is not Steve Young or this is not Joe Montana. This is not John Elway. This is Mike Glennon. Y'all understand me? This is not a Pro Bowl quarterback we're playing tomorrow. We're playing a journeyman career backup quarterback. I mean, I'm not giving no excuse. This is Mike Glennon. I'm sorry. I understand. He's in the NFL. I understand. He's probably incredible in the film room. I give him his credit. He probably can teach some people how to play the quarterback position. He probably will be a great coach. But when it comes to playing between the lines, this is Mike Glennon. And I don't need our defense letting Mike Glennon look like the second coming of John Elway on tomorrow. That's all I'm saying. I ain't got time. I ain't no excuses. So all these little check downs now Saquon Barkley hadn't done nothing this whole year. He's even playing tomorrow. Good God. I mean, who? By no Booker's running the ball well. That's fine. Tony is scary. Look, Kenny Galladay has done nothing all year. Reason why I know I had him on my fantasy team, I had to let him go. He ain't done nothing. Saquon Barkley hadn't done nothing this year. Nothing. Partly because he was hurt when he came. He ain't look. Nobody. Evan Ingram has done nothing this year. You know what I'm saying? Don't let these guys all of a sudden break out tomorrow. Like I mean, it's always us though. We always make the guys who don't belong look like they're on a Hall of Fame level. I mean, I can't stand it. I wish we would treat these guys the way they need to be treated. Let me say it one more time. This is Mike Glennon. This is not Mike Vick. This is Mike Glennon. Mike Glennon. This is Mike Glennon. Huh? This is Glennon, y'all. Glennon. Man, I don't want to hear it, man. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to see it. Mike Glennon ain't done nothing since he been in there. I look. Hey, conscious judge. He said, I believe we can call two. I'm counting more than that. I think we're going to have at least 3 to 4. At minimum. This is Mike Glennon. Mike Glennon. The offensive line ain't blocked nobody this year for the Giants. That's why Daniel Jones out now getting hit all the time. Don't let these guys, I ain't worried about that because these dogs coming at them tomorrow. See, I ain't seen some parts I ain't worried about. They're going to get tested. I just don't want Mike Glennon all of a sudden look like he Ben Roethlisberger, the early version of Ben. I don't want that. Huh? What Dak needs, I see Joe says that the media is pretty much on Dak and expect him to go ahead and go off tomorrow. I don't know if I want him to go off tomorrow or not, Joe. Because see, that's when the Kellen Moore factor come into play. I don't want Dak throwing the ball 38, 39 like we already know he does. My question is, I don't want him throwing it 39, 38 times. I ain't confident in Dak right now. Not throwing that many times. Dak usually give you a chance to go the other way with it. I'm just calling it like I see it. Dak's not rolling right now. I don't care nothing about him playing the Giants and need a booster game to get his confidence up. Get that. No, we're playing away, Shane. We're playing in New York tomorrow. Playing at the Giants. So, their fans will be ready. It's the Cowboys. So, it's their Super Bowl tomorrow. No doubt about that. They will be on fire tomorrow. This is their Super Bowl. So, look, if a team don't belong, they don't belong. And the Giants don't belong. I'm not giving the Giants any credit. I understand it's a division game. I understand what they mean, but call it like it is. The Cowboys should roll over these guys. They should. They should. This is Mike Glennon. Mike Glennon ain't got no business putting up 25 to 28 points tomorrow. No. Not against this thing. No. He shouldn't be putting up those 20 plus points against this defense. No. He's not. This is Mike. Y'all know who he is. This is Mike Glennon. Huh? Smooth Mike. Smooth Mike Glennon. That's who it is. Smooth Mike. Huh? Man, please. No excuse tomorrow. No excuse. Beat these guys the way they're supposed to get beat tomorrow. Tear up Smooth Mike Glennon. Tear him up. Tear him apart. I don't need Barkley acting like everything perfect with him now. He going crazy. I'm gonna be upset. I am. Okay. This is Mike Glennon. Punish him tomorrow. That's all I'm saying. All right. Now, I'm gonna throw up a scenario, y'all, because where it's not gonna happen really, because I've left Joe's statement there up, as you can see on your screen. I left it there on purpose because that was what I read as well today. But a couple weeks ago, LeBron James was pulled off because of the COVID issue, and he had all these false positive tests. But in the process, he missed 2 games. And my mind just started thinking like, Vegas is involved. This is just me, y'all. Y'all ain't got to think that like I am. I'm just thinking that out loud. You got some folks that get paid a whole lot of money if all of a sudden they get tested and the test turns out positive when really they're not positive. I'm starting to wonder now. It's just too much things. A lot of people accuse the NFL of being fixed. Well, I'm paying attention very closely to all these people who are being, put away because of this COVID issue, as far as playing on tomorrow Tuesday and all that kind of stuff. And I understand what Joe said, and that is the truth, because that's the news that's been heard. That the NFL said if you have been vaccinated, you don't have to get tested anymore. You know. But I wouldn't be surprised if some big player at the wrong time all of a sudden say that they have COVID now. And it's at the wrong time. And right now, for some teams, it's that time, because one loss now can hurt you tremendously. One loss now can have you getting ready for the NFL draft or you getting ready for the playoffs. That's how fragile the rest of this season is for some teams. That they're just one win away from getting ready for the wild card round, or they're one loss away from start sending scouts out to some of these bowl games that you see and start getting ready for the NFL draft. That's how fragile it is. And so I'm starting to wonder. Somebody, these doctors, somebody could slide a nice little piece of change to them and say, hey, I need you to say that this player here has it, so they can miss our game on Sunday. Then we'll say there was a false positive. I'm just saying. That's just my hey, y'all, hey, look, Donald Trump's people got away for a whole 4 years with conspiracy theories. So let me have mine. let me have my conspiracy theory, please. It works. We saw how it worked. I mean, come on. I don't know why. Look, let me stop before y'all get mad, because some of y'all joined in on some of them conspiracies. So let me stop. Let me stop. Let me stop. All right. So now y'all look for y'all. Let me just go on cut through the field. Look, if you supported President Trump, y'all don't get mad at me. This let me stop. Y'all heard all of it. Let me just stop. I don't want this to turn political. Okay, just stop. I'm just saying, conspiracy theory works, and that's my conspiracy theory about this NFL, rest of the NFL season. I feel like that somebody big, some gigantic name. We got some that's already on the list. We got some of these guys who are going to be called out for COVID, and it's going to be some big time players at the wrong time, and they're going to miss some games. They're going to miss a game at least, and it's going to be the game that they don't need to miss. All right, now let me throw this out, y'all, because I feel like y'all, I can feel the steam coming through my computer. Some of y'all mad. Whoever's on here now, let me see how y'all feel about this. Because I just been looking. I'm going to say that we're going to win tomorrow. Okay? I'm going to say that. Which probably means that, we should be division champions. Or close, well, we're depending on the winner of the Washington Eagle game. But we'll be, obviously, it's just about to be over. Now, this is what getting ready to happen. The worst thing happened was Green Bay taking control of the number 1 seed. Because nobody don't want to go to Green Bay for the playoffs. Let's just be honest. Nobody don't want to see Green Bay down there. So we hope they lose. It's been like, it's been like that. It makes sense that Aaron Rodgers gets a chance to have a chance to win another championship, and ride off into the sunsets, and many think this would be his last year at Green Bay, and him leaving Green Bay with a championship and probably another MVP to go with it, and he say goodbye. And the NFL would love that. But let's look at it. I hadn't heard anything about Lamar either. They keeping it kind of under lock and key, Joe, about Lamar. The Cardinals are getting ready to go down. The Cardinals, that's the team that everybody been chasing, but they've been caught now. The reason why is because DeAndre Hopkins is gone for the rest of the season. He can probably play for the playoffs. They're shutting him down for the rest of the year so that he can get ready probably for the playoffs. And Arizona will make the playoffs. However, they are not going to be the number 1 seed. And there's a possibility they won't even be the 2 seed. They'll be the division champions, but they won't be the 2 seed. Here's my question. If we can't catch Green Bay, and let's assume that we are division champions, any time to sit down, guys, I mean, you already got the home playoff game. Your seeding probably won't change, and you can't catch Green Bay. I'm not saying they can't. I'm just saying if we know we can't catch Green Bay for a number 1 seed, then it's time for some of our guys to get some rest. Primarily Ezekiel Elliott, who once again plays 2 series. Then on that 3rd series, he get tackled and he get up limping and hobbling to the sideline. You do it every week. What does that tell you? Something ain't right. That's all it tell me. I don't know why we keep acting, everybody say he's ready to go, and he's not. He's hurt. He had to wear a knee brace. If you heard Ezekiel Elliott this week, he said he wore a knee brace for the first time since high school. So if he's wearing a knee brace, something is wrong. His knee is not right. It's bruised. He got the obvious deep bruise. He is not right. So what I'm saying is, depending on if Green Bay loses, then what I'm saying, we're in a dog fight for number 1 seed. I say that, but they have to lose. But if Green Bay, and I think their schedule is pretty easy, to be honest with you, the rest of the way, because they're playing their division, and it ain't nobody in their division that can beat them. Minnesota, Chicago, and all that kind of stuff. They're not. They can't beat Detroit. They can't beat Green Bay. They got a cakewalk. So my thing is, I believe Green Bay is going to get the number 1 seed, and if that is the case, and we need to sit down. If some guys need to sit down and get some rest, so we can start getting ready. We're not going to lose our home playoff game, because we'll be division champions. Division champions get a home playoff game, no matter the record. So we don't need to. I think it's about time I know we go week by week, but now it's time to me that we can start kind of peeking at the playoff scenarios now. See, that game with Washington pretty much sealed the deal. We can start kind of slowly start peeking now and see where we really are. And if we can't catch nobody, then why are we fighting like that? I mean, it's no difference between, I ain't gonna say that, because if you're 3rd seed and you really can't predict where you are, because all them teams are bunched up at 7 and 6. So you can't avoid nobody. You can't kind of lock in on nobody. If you're the 4th seed, which is what we are right now, and with this playoff starting now, we'll be playing the 5 seed, which is the Rams right now. So the Rams will come to Dallas for the playoff game. See, when you get the playoff, you can't avoid nobody. So ain't no such thing as trying to say, well, we need to get the 3rd seed so we can play this. No, it's no hiding place then. So whether it's the Rams, whether it's the 49ers, who was right there also, the 49ers and the Rams, whoever it is, you can't avoid it. And on a personal note, since I just said that, please, God, please let the San Francisco 49ers come to Dallas for our playoff game. Please, God, please. Please, please, please. Not that I'm running from the Rams. It's just my personal disgust for the San Francisco 49ers. Nothing would do my heart any better than to have the 49ers. I'm going to go to Dallas if that happens. If the 49ers and the Cowboys meet in the wild card round in Dallas, I'm going to Dallas. I'm going to that game. Look, I'm not going. Look, let me tell y'all something. Let me show you how it is. I'm not going to get a room in Dallas. I'm gonna get off the airport because I've been there this year, so I already know what to do. I'm not getting a hotel room. Because I'm not staying. I'm gonna fly into Dallas. If the game is at 4:00, or if it's at Sunday or Saturday night or Sunday night, I'm gonna fly into Dallas that day. I'm gonna get dropped off at the Star facility. Now, if you ain't been to the Star, you'll understand what I'm saying. You won't get bored. It's just beautiful there. Too many restaurants there. Too many shops there. Too much tourist stuff. I can stay there the game time. You see what I'm saying? I'm not going nowhere. I'm not even bringing a bag. I'm just bringing maybe a bag with a T-shirt in it or something like that. You understand me? After the game, I'm getting Ubered to Dallas, to the stadium. Just drop me off anywhere. I'll find my way. When the game is over, I'm calling the Uber again. Carry me to the airport. I'm staying in the airport. That's where I'm going to stay at. Then I'm going to fly back to Memphis. But if the 49ers come to Dallas, man, can you imagine the intensity of the Dallas 49ers rivalry with the playoff? Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. Huh? Well, Shane says the scenarios for Dallas go back to Green Bay. It seems like Shane, whenever we make the playoffs, Green Bay is right there. We just can't get. I mean, whenever we've been in the playoffs, the last couple times we've been there, our buck usually stopped with the Green Bay Packers. And unfortunately for us, we've been on the wrong side of the stick. But you know what? Hey, to be the best, you got to beat the best. That's all I'm going to say. I don't want to see Green Bay. I definitely don't want to go to Green Bay in the playoff game. Now, some of y'all might want that. Because you'll be saying, well, we can run the ball. How many times I got to keep telling y'all? We ain't running no ball. It's Kellen Moore. He don't run the ball. Accept it. Stop hoping and wishing. He don't run the football. Even if he went to Green Bay and his -3, he still gonna throw the football. If it's snow, he gonna pass the football. He gonna pass it. It's Kellen Moore. I mean, y'all know that. All right. So let's start peeking in. Tomorrow, look, I'll be with y'all tomorrow. I promise you. I'm coming right after the game. I know I said it last week. I didn't. I'm coming right after the game. Join me on tomorrow, right a little bit after the game. And I fully anticipate that I'm going to be in a good mood when I come back. I don't care if we win by 1 point. Some of y'all still upset by last week. Them almost coming back and I'm like, look, we won. Bottom line. Stack the wins. I don't care. I want 10 wins by hook or by crook. Get me closer to the playoffs. That's all I want. That's all I want. Just give me the win. I don't care if it's about 2 points, 3 points, last second field goal, whatever. Just give me the win. That's all we should be concerned about, winning the football game. Win. That's all we worried about. Win the game. All right. Listen, that's gonna do it. Joe said, you know that the NFL would like to see McCarthy go back and play his old team in Green Bay. Man, look, I don't want to see Green Bay. Aaron Rodgers is a very scary football player because he can take over a game. He's a scary. It's not that many in the league. It's just that when you see that guy, you know they got that guy, and you know that guy means something. Aaron Rodgers is that guy. Okay, it's only a few in the league. Lamar Jackson is that guy. He can take over a football game. Mahomes, that guy. He's that guy. It's only Brady, of course. Brady is that guy. You know he can take over in any situation. He's a scare. Those guys are scary football players. Okay. Now, defensively, we have that guy who can take over a game. That's Parsons. It's a scary football player who can change the game at any moment. Myles Garrett in Cleveland. That guy. Wreck a whole game. See what I'm saying? These are the type of guys that you don't care where their game transfers. You know what I'm saying? Whether it's on the road or at home, they can take over at any moment. They're that good. Aaron Donald, that guy. He's that guy who can wreck a whole game playing. And if you got those type of guys, they are scary football players. They are. All right. I'll see you guys on tomorrow. Tune in with me tomorrow after the game. We're going to either be happy or we're going to be very irritated. You know, Dak talking. Okay, Dak. We don't need to see you throw 38 times. Please, I don't care if you're mad or not. Just stop it. Okay, stop it. Yeah, I hope Pollard plays tomorrow. You know, I hope Pollard plays. Well, let me take that back. If Pollard is not right, sit him down again. Clement can do the job. Him and Zeke Elliott, they did decent. They should be able to get away with it. Okay, so I don't want to hear about that. Okay, we're good. All right, I'm done. I'll see you guys tomorrow. At some point right after the game or a little bit after. Tomorrow we're gonna have some fun again. We'll talk about what we saw, see what problems you had. I'll say what problems I had. Of course, we'll play armchair quarterback and see how we can fix it. But we'll be here tomorrow. I appreciate you, Joe, in Italy. Listen, y'all come on back and hang with me. This is without a doubt. Y'all know what it is. Y'all know what it is. And before y'all leave, y'all know what y'all need to do. Come on, put your hands together. Come on, y'all. Come on, give me the clap emojis. Come on, this is y'all. I'm gonna leave y'all, but I can see you clapping if you clap with me. Come on, clap. This is, ladies and gentlemen, the Big Time Show.